In this lesson, we're going to be looking at trend lines and how to create one. We'll be looking at scatter plots, which are just graphs that show the relationship between two sets of data. We'll look at the correlation, and then we're going to draw a trend line, a line that closely fits the data in the scatter plot as much as possible. So remember, when you're going to look for correlation, you want to see, does the line seem to be going up from left to right? If so, there's a positive correlation. If one set of values increase, the other increases. Negative if it looks like it's going down. No correlation. You can't tell. It's kind of scattered all around. Okay, we'll be using this example for our next several problems, all the rest of the problems. So this coaching salary is here. We are going to try to draw a trend line for this relationship. And I'm going to start out kind of messy, but when we're looking at a trend line, we want to go as close to the middle of the points as possible. Maybe something like that where the dots are pretty similar to where you can see it. Okay. I'm going to use this exact one between these two ordered pairs, 0, 1100 and 14, 2500. It's important to know that when we're doing a trend line, we're just estimating. Okay, these are just estimates. So as long as yours are close to mine, then we're doing okay. We want to use this trend line to help us make predictions. All right, so I shrunk that up a little bit. We notice that we see a positive correlation in the scatter plot because it's going up from left to right. I drew a trend line between these 2 points, 0, 1100 and 14, 2500. And now we're going to write the equation of the trend line. So remember, to find the equation, we need to do the slope. So change in y divided by change in x. Look from our y, it goes from 1100 to 2500, so it goes up 1400. Our change in x, it goes from 0 to 14, so it changes by going up 14. And when we divide 1400 divided by 14, we have a slope of about 100. So our m value in our equation is 100. I kind of did the y-intercept on purpose to save myself some work later, but we found that this y-intercept here was about 1100. So my b value in my equation is 1100. So my equation of my trend line is y equals 100x plus 1100. All right, we are going to use the trend line to help us make some predictions. So how much will an incoming coach with 10 years of experience, how much do they make? We want to do this two ways. We want to do it visually and algebraically and make sure that they seem to be similar. So when we do this visually, we simply just go inspect. Okay, if we've got 10 years of experience, that's down here at 10, and we go up, about how much money should they be making? Okay, so that looks like somewhere in the maybe $2,050 or $2,100 range. So I think it's going to be about $2,050 to $2,100 when I look at it visually. Second, we're going to try it by algebra. So we're going to use our equation to help us come up with a good estimate. So this time y equals 100. Instead of x, I'm replacing 10 because he has 10 years of coaching experience, plus 1100. When I do this, I get 1,000 plus 1100, 2,100. So it looks like the coach is making about $2,100 when I use algebra. Convenient because that's the same amount, very similar to what I predicted visually, so likely my equation's in good shape. Okay, I would like you to try this last problem by yourself, pause the video, and then come back and see if you agree. All right, so this time we're using the trend line to determine how much a coach should make when he's accumulated 25 years of coaching experience. It's going to be kind of easy to see, like 20 is here. We can't see 25 on here, so we can't really easily visually inspect it, so we're going to have to use algebra. So I'm going to do this up in the gray here. So I'm still using my equation, which is y equals 100x plus 1100. This time 25 is my years. So I have y equals 100 times 25 plus 1100. And I can solve this out. And I'm going to find out that it's 3,600. So after 25 years of coaching experience, this coach is making a salary of $3,600 a year. Right? And that's just a rough estimate. We're using it to help us make predictions. And hopefully this lesson helps you out.